What's going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome back to another post-commentary feature match, round 2. Round that took place just after the round that we saw in our last feature match that was uploaded, which was, I believe, Kozmo versus Lanny and Mermail. Now we've got Kozmo versus DDD OCG. So we'll see things get started on the Kozmo side there, piloted by my friend Adam, my brother, playing DDD. We'll see a terraforming going to grab none other than Kozmo Town. Like I said in the last duel video, I don't think he's running the Fire King engine in this build currently. I think he's made some edits to it and is no longer playing that build. And an interesting thing is, I'll go ahead and share this with you guys. I was hoping to do a deck profile. Haven't gotten the chance to get his deck profile for this deck yet, but a little bit of innovation on his part. So if you guys want to listen in on this, then feel free to. He was playing a tuning engine, 2-card engine, I should say, if you want to call that an engine, but or more of a tech choice. But he was playing 1 copy of tuning and 1 copy of quick draw synchron. And basically how he had this work is that he would tuning, if he didn't already have quick draw in his hand, tuning for it, summon the quick draw by discarding a card, and then he would summon that as a level 5 tuner, and then with Slip Rider or Dark Lady, if you wanted to use Dark Lady, you could synchro into Ultimate Zolkin, set any trap, whether it be Warning, Call of the Haunted, E-Telly, or something, to special summon out a Crystal or a Clear Wing. Or yeah, Crystal Wing, not Clear Wing. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. And I thought that play was pretty nuts, actually, and he did pull it off against me in a match that I don't think I was able to record because I forgot my camera at home that day, but pretty interesting tech. I don't think he's playing that anymore in this version, in this duel that you're seeing in this feature match. I think he cut that for just consistency issues, but you'll see he still has a very decent build. And we'll see a Trish come down on the side of DDD, as well as a Beowulf. Now, pulling off a Trish is very easy to do, especially if you open up Lamia and Swirl Slime, from what I've been told. Very, very easy to do, and as we can see, a Trish coming down, taking care of some problem cards. Another Kozmo Town, though, we'll see here, with the 1 in this grave, and we've got 1 on field as well. And the one thing that's so busted about Kozmo Town and the whole Lure of Darkness thing, and even Trishing, like, I think Trishing is definitely a good play against Kozmo, but if you can't get rid of the Kozmo Town, if you don't have something to stop the Kozmo Town, you're just basically giving them free cards to their hand. They only have to pay just a small fraction of life points to get them back. Get back some of the most powerful cards in the deck, like Dark Destroyer or Tin Can or Farm Girl or Cosmo Dark Lady, whatever it be. We'll see a Straw Man come down and pay 500 to special summon the Dark Destroyer. He'll crash with Beowulf. Dark Destroyer's effect will activate in grave, banishing to summon Forerunner, beating over Trishula for 100 points of damage, taking 1,000 damage from that Swamp King this turn. He's going to fusion summon for Dark. No cards in hand on Cosmo's side, so that Straw Man is pretty much defenseless, and he's going to swing over for just enough life points per game. We're going to jump into Game 2. Alright, so here we are in Game 2. After the Game 1 win on the behalf of DDD OCG, we're going to see Kozmo going to opt to go first in this match. Obviously, with having the choice, he's going to have to go first. First turn, Tin Can. Getting, I believe, a Dark Lady it was to his hand. Sending the Landwalker and the Dark Destroyer to the graveyard. We'll see a Dark Contract with a Gate come down, searching a Swirl Slime, and Necro Slime, a classic. Going to the graveyard for the fusion summon of a DDD monster. Probably going to be Arc, or a D-Arc if I could imagine. Depending on what else he has in his hand, you could go for a Genghis. Actually, no, I think Dark is the only the play you can go. No, you can go for Genghis. I'm confusing Genghis with Beowulf. Because Beowulf, you need 1 DDD and 1 DD. Does fusion summon for that? So I think he ends up going for Dark, though. I could be wrong. I was not watching this match when I was here. Obviously, I was playing in my other match that I think I was playing against some, like, Ritual Stun Herald deck that ended up kicking my ass, which is really weird. It was just some random rogue deck, but it is what it is. So he will chain out the Tin Can, summon out Dark Lady, deciding that maybe now would be a good time to get that on the field in order to stop some effects, such as this Copernicus. We'll see him normal summon. Gonna try to Foolish Burial something to from deck to grave, but that will get stopped by the Dark Lady, paying 1,000 life points to negate that effect, destroying Copernicus and not sending him to the graveyard as he is a Pendulum monster, sending him to the top of the extra deck Won't be able to use that for any fusion summon fodder involving Necro Slime. Probably going to see him enter battle phase here in just a moment. Hopefully he doesn't have anything in his hand. He's going to be able to tag that Dark Lady out. And the one nasty thing about Dark Lady is that it's a psychic. And it can tag out like all the little Kozmos. It is a pilot. Can tag out just like that for Dark Destroyer, disrupting the battle phase. Destroying the Dark. Now giving him an option to go into Beowulf, a big 3,000 monster that can stand up against Dark Destroyer, at least to attack point wise. Of course, if you get another Dark Destroyer on field, he can just pay the, or not even pay anything, just to summon it out and pop it and get that card off the field. We'll see Sword Troopers coming down, not going to use his effect. Sword Troopers will chain out for a Dark Eclipser. We'll see a Max D chain, get a couple draws here maybe this turn. We'll see the Dark Destroyer crash with the Beowulf and swinging for 3k with the Dark Eclipser. Not going to summon off the Dark Destroyer. Doesn't want the DDD player, my brother here, to get any more draws off that Max C. I believe he only got one draw off it. It was still better than nothing, you know, a 1-for-1 trade-off. Just a free draw doesn't really hurt too much sometimes. We'll see Contract getting the search. We'll see DD Orthros coming out. This effect will activate, targeting the set Call the Haunted, chaining it, summon out Dark Destroyer. Dark Destroyer will be destroyed by Call the Haunted, since when Call the Haunted destroys it is destroying the monster that it summoned out, triggering Dark Destroyer's effect, summoning out a Kozmo Dark Lady. Now having a free monster negation on board, so pretty good play on the behalf of the Kozmo player there, chaining that Call the Haunted. And one great synergy Call the Haunted has with this deck that I didn't even realize till just a couple days ago, is that Call the Haunted destroys the monster. It was just one of those like niche readings you don't really like 100% know about all the time. It was just kind of like, oh, it does destroy it, like one of those things, and then you figure out, yeah, it triggers my ship effects too, which is really busted. So we could summon out a free Dark Lady off that Call the Haunted. Fortunately, Orthros will be the one hitting that card and causing that chain of events to happen. We'll see a Swamp King pop up here. I'm gonna send Lamia to the graveyard and banish Swirl Slime from hand, or from grave, with the fusion summon of Genghis. Now he does have to be careful here, and whether or not he's going to be able to get any effects off that clutch Genghis effect that he needs probably to trigger some plays here. He does have Lamia in grave, so he could bring that out to do a level 7 synchro if he wanted to. If he had another level 1 monster in his hand that he had access to normal summon, he could make a Trish. If he wanted to, actually no, I don't think he could. Well, if he had a Swirl Slime, yeah, I guess he could. To be 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he could go for Trish then if he wanted to, but I think the main issue right now, obviously, is that Dark Lady, and we'll see him send the Swamp King to the graveyard, and gonna get negated by, okay, that was trying to make sense of the situation there. We'll see Lamia sending the Swamp King to the graveyard for cost, and it will be negated by Dark Lady, and he will tribute away the Genghis for a Vanity's Fiend, trying to stop at least some of the special summoning capabilities that he would have on his turn. But he'll be able to run it over in battle phase, then just go straight to main phase 2 and activate Reasoning, and he'll get a free Slip Rider off that, popping the Dark Contract with the gate, losing his ability to search this turn. He won't take the damage, but I guess the more important thing is that he loses that clutch search he needed. Can't bring out the Lamia from grave. I think one thing that would really help him right now is probably a Kepler or a Swamp King to dig himself out of the situation, but I don't think there's too much in the way of things that he can do. Orthros not doing too much. Okay, we'll see him bring out Lamia since it did get negated. I guess he'll be able to activate its effect again and try to resolve it. No, I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's once per turn, I assume, Lamia, because its effect, it is banished when it leaves the field. So I guess if you can, in a situation like that, where it doesn't even get to be summoned, you can just activate it again next turn. Okay, I guess that makes a little more sense. So trying to make sense of the situation at hand here. But he does have Lamia on field. Not sure what else in his hand. Oh, we'll see a Swirl Slime go for Ragnarok. That's going to be very helpful. And go grab Beowulf with that. And then he will tribute banish the Slip Rider with Ragnarok. Has very limited options here. Can basically just crash or not do anything at all. I personally probably would have put the Ragnarok in defense position, as it would have been better going into next turn, because it does have that 3k defense. Pretty hard to get over. But we'll see him just passing, and we'll see a Terraforming come down for a Kozmo Town. This is probably where he was regretting, should I have made a number 38 to stop a possible spell card effect. But again, in this you could just argue that he would crash the Eclipser into it, and he would still get a search off that, adding a level 9 or lower Kozmo from his deck to his hand. But he still would have been able to at least try to negate one spell. You'll see Dark Lady, Dark Eclipser, and Dark Destroyer, the whole Dark squad here. And that's going to be it for Game 2. Went downhill pretty fast there at the end. Now here we are in Game 3, and Kozmo is going to be going first. DDD opting to go second. We'll see a Kozmo Town, and 2-set back row end phase activating E-Tally, getting none other than Kozmo Wincan, revealing 3 different Kozmo cards, one being Dark Destroyer, other being Eclipser and Landwalker. Landwalker will get added to his hand. End phase, he will chain Tin Can's effect, so it won't get banished by the effect of E-Tally. Might as well take advantage of just getting a free summon out without it getting banished for no reason. Summoning out Landwalker, which has a pretty unique effect that I never really cared to know what it was, because I just didn't think it was that good. It has an alright effect, and I think it's a pretty good card to be playing right now. I think a lot of builds are moving to playing maybe 1 or 2 copies of it, just as an extra card to summon out. Basically, anytime a Kozmo card would be destroyed, you can pay 500 life points to destroy another card instead, or anytime it would be destroyed, I think you can destroy any other card, any other Kozmo card on the field. So basically, you can just basically destroy a Kozmo Town and get yourself a free search. Like, oh, you want to destroy this? Well, I'll just search instead. Thank you very much. Dark Lady and Landwalker now currently on the field. Cosmojo coming down. Banishing, looks like probably the Necro Slime it was. And getting rid of the Dark Destroyer for the Dark Lady. And we'll see a Foolish Burial, sending another copy of Necro Slime to the graveyard. Gonna need that for a fusion summon. I think we see a Lamia in hand. I could be mistaken, but that'll definitely be very helpful. Yep, there it is. Getting it out by way of Swirl Slime, distributing for Vanity's Fiend, and he will go to attack over Dark Lady, and we'll see the activation of Landwalker's effect. So I guess it is if any other card, or including itself, would be destroyed, then you can destroy another Kozmo card instead. So he will activate that, paying the 500. And gonna destroy the Kozmo Town instead, and getting a free search, as we talked about earlier. Just being able to, instead of having one of your things destroyed, you just go search a card basically, as long as you have the Kozmo Town to do it with. Obviously, you're gonna go for the crashing into the Vanity's Fiend to get that off the board. Obviously, being kind of an annoyance, not too big of a problem, but definitely something he wants to get rid of. That Dark Lady is still locking effects down on the field. I think we'll see a glow up bulb in his hand. Not gonna be doing too much for him. Unless he had a way to get that on the field for free without any normal summoning shenanigans, or maybe if he had a way to get a Lamia on field and a Kepler go into a synchro play, get a search, get some advantage going, get something from nothing, you know. But we'll see a Where Arf Thou. Gonna search him a Kepler. Now if he doesn't normal summon that this turn, he will take 2,000 life points, unless of course, obviously he won't be able to normal summon it because he normal summoned Glow Bulb to activate it, but if he can get a Dark on field, he will gain the 2,000 life points, hence why people play that card at 2. I think in his build he does play 2 copies of that, so he can benefit from that. But it looks like he's not going to be able to do that, or just not going to do that in general. He will take the 2,000 life points, adding that thing to his hand, so down 2k life points there for a free level 1 monster search. Kozmo's turn now. He can grab anything out of his banishment thanks to Kozmo Town. I think he went for Tin Can. 1-set back row still, and that Dark Lady can just enter battle phase here, or he can tag out Tin Can for Slip Rider popping Kozmo Town, grabbing Dark Destroyer. Can battle phase here, do a lot of shenanigans, tag out the Dark Lady for that final 3k, poking in for game. Now what's actually funny is that these two played each other later. And actually, this might have been before the tournament, but I'll still probably just count it as a feature match anyways, because this took place right before the tournament. But in the tournament match, when like people were counting for the record, he too owed him thanks to Strike and just not letting him be able to play. So if those of you wondering, can this deck beat Kozmo? Yes, very easily. Just things didn't go too well for him this game, you know, whether it be opening hands or just whatever the Kozmo player, my friend Adam, had in the first place. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the commentary and the footage. as well, and all the other content that's been going up lately. I really do appreciate all you guys continue to support. The channel is doing really well, and I have no one else to thank but you guys for that. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and as always, Winter Kill is signing out. We'll see you in the next one.